Through detailed analysis of the Newtown precinct, inclusive of its current activities, the aim is to formulate a design intervention that would potentially create a positive social impact, mainly towards young adults in Newtown North, which will possess various activities pertaining to youth culture. Young adults within youth culture strive to seek some form of subcultural identity, often through social excitement and authentic experience where they can familiarize themselves with, and often overlook other designated subcultural classes that do not pertain to their social characteristics. Individuals within youth culture often find areas where they can network with each other as a group through technological and social systems. Taking the understanding of the meaning of youth culture and subculture, it was investigated within the Newtown district. Seeing that Newtown has been earmarked as the cultural precinct since the mid-1900s, it stands to reason that youth culture and subculture would exist in this area. The Newtown district is divided into 3 main sub-precincts, which act as pull factors into the area. They comprise of the Market Precinct, located towards the north of Mary Fitzgerald Square, as well as the Transport and Electrical and Workers Precinct, located towards the southwest and east, respectively. Through the mapping of the sub-precincts, as well as the existing formal and informal youth culture activities, one can automatically notice the drivers within the area. Inclusive of the cultural buildings within the Transport and Market Precincts, Metro Mall Taxi Rank and Newgate Shopping Centre are also seen as pull factors. Pedestrians have ease of access into the site within walking distance from the location of the public transport hub, which is Metro Mall Taxi Rank. From the mapping done, the idea is to transform Old Park Station into a new pull factor for the precinct, introducing a space that the young adults can utilize according to their specific interests. Taking the history of Old Park Station's constant relocation, the main thesis concept is about disassembly and assembly. Disassemble is the act of taking something apart or to pieces. In this case, this act will be in the design of the proposed buildings around Old Park Station, the main anchor on the site, and how they operate as holding spaces around it. The steel and concrete formation is a contested space where its organization needs to be disassembled and integrated back into the city. The concrete plinth that the steel heritage structure stands on can be modified as it holds no heritage value whatsoever. The intervention will use the notion of disassembly within the concrete plinth through its design proposal, so that the activities will spill out towards the proposed holding spaces located at both ends of the site, in order for the entire scheme to be activated in a fluid manner in a horizontal and vertical transitional plane. Assemble is the act of joining separate components or parts of an object, which will form part of the design of the built forms and spaces on site. Another definition of assembly is an area where individuals can gather for a common purpose. This definition will outline the overall intention of the thesis project, pertaining mainly to young adults. Activating the site via viewpoints, access points, and a thoroughfare will form part of the assembly hypothesis. The thoroughfare will act as the urban skeleton within the framework, much like a spine that connects the various proposed activities on either end of the site. This pathway must operate as a buffer, as it is a journey through the transition of activities that spill out from it. Although the design will focus mainly on young adults, other users that fall out of this age bracket will also have the freedom to utilize the spaces, granting a flexibility within the space due to its users' needs, allowing more public presence to run throughout the site at different times of the day, and, in turn, generating a sense of security through public passive surveillance.